Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing another Christian book review. Alright, so this week I was trying to figure out what book I wanted to review this week because I didn't have one from Baker Publishing that handy or from the mail. I did a lot of books like from series this week, so I was like, well, I didn't finish a series, so I don't want to talk about the series unless I finished all the books. And so I was like, what can I talk about this week? And then the Lord reminded me I can talk about our book club pick today. Yes, absolutely, perfect. And it's a Christmas book. It's a week before Christmas. This works out perfectly. So today, I am going to be talking about Terri Blackstock's Catching Christmas. And you probably read it. This is actually my first time reading it. This is my first Terri Blackstock book that I've read. So yeah, we're on a great first this time, that's for sure. So yes, a shock to a lot of my friends. Yes, this is my first Terri Blackstock book. And I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it, I think, 4 stars on Goodreads. And yeah, so I really enjoyed it. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, I always have my link down below. So you can see reviews. Usually I put reviews up a little before, maybe sometimes after, but sometimes before, like today. But I did really enjoy this one. This one's fun, it's entertaining, it's humorous, it's a little sad, just to warn you. I would say the only trigger in here is the passing of a loved one. So if you're triggered by that, I would skip this book. But other than that, it is very good. I really enjoyed it. So this is all about a taxi driver who, it's during like nowadays, so they have Uber and stuff, but he's a taxi driver and he gets a call from a lady who needs help getting to the hospital because she has a doctor's appointment. So he goes and she doesn't really remember anything. They don't know if she has dementia or Alzheimer's. They don't know, but she can't really remember why she's going to the doctor's, but he takes her and he says, hey, do you have another way to get home? Because her granddaughter was the one who called for the taxi. And she goes, no, I don't really have anybody to take me home. So the guy ends up saying, well, I'll come back in a few hours to take you home. So he leaves to continue his work, and then he comes back and he finds out that she was never seen. So I don't know if she couldn't hear her name being called, if she wasn't called, but he's telling the nurse, you have to get her in there so I can take her home and finish my day. So he ends up taking her home, but then I think it's the exact same, or not same day, but the very next day, she, the older lady, ends up calling back and saying she wants him as her taxi driver. And he goes, oh no, I don't want to do it. You know, I had enough to do with her yesterday. I don't want to do it again. Well, he ends up going, and because she requested him to be her driver. Well, he goes and she ends up having this long list of things to do, like Christmas stuff, Christmas shopping, visiting the church, a lot of different things. And so she has this huge list. And he's like, I can only be paid for like the time that I drive you. I can't get paid for waiting for you. Like he didn't want to do that to her. So he does end up taking her on all of these errands and stuff. And he doesn't end up, it says he basically charged her just for the driving time. But she always gives him a check. And he doesn't know if they're going to cash or not. So he doesn't cash them for quite a while, but he still drives her around, even though every single day when she calls, he tells his dispatcher, I'm not going to do it. She's this crazy woman, and she makes me do all this stuff like all day long. I don't have time for it, but every time he still goes and he still meets with her, and he finally gets like so fed up with just like having to do all this. He's wondering like, where is her granddaughter who's supposed to be taking care of her? Like, where is she? She should be taking care of her grandmother, and on the other hand, her granddaughter is a lawyer, and her boss is insane and makes her work pretty much 24 hours a day almost. It's crazy. But she does take care of her grandmother like in the morning before she leaves and when she comes home. And so like just during those times when she can't, the taxi driver took over, that he thinks that her granddaughter doesn't care, but she does. And just her boss is pretty much working her to death, and if she doesn't work, she could get fired, and she thinks it's the only job that she has. So it's really good. I enjoyed the banter. I loved when the taxi driver and the lawyer met. You know, they kind of fight over who's got to take care of the grandmother, you know, and it was a sweet story. I really enjoyed it. Definitely gave me the Christmas feels throughout the book, and I just enjoyed it. It was a sweet ending. And yeah, so definitely pick it up if you like something Christmassy, a little bit sad, but also good and funny and humorous. And so yeah, definitely a good book to pick up for Christmas. I think, you know, if you haven't read it, if you want to try it out, go ahead. All right, so that was our book club pick for December. We always have our book club picks. We're a bunch of booktubers, Christian booktubers who have a book club, and you all are welcome to feel free to join us. I will try to do my book reviews for the book club picks next year every single month. I kind of couldn't do it the past couple months because of Bookmas and stuff, but I hope to continue doing it in the new year and doing book reviews for our book club picks because it's fun and I love chatting about them. So, okay, it was a lot of fun talking about this book, and we of course will let you know what January's pick is. We're actually, at the moment, we're adding our book choices and we're going to vote on it, so we'll let you all know what book comes up for next month. It's sure to be a fun time, so join in if you'd like to read our book club picks. And it's always Christian fiction, so you know it's going to be clean and it'll be a fun time. Alright, so I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow for the next day of Bookmas. By the way, forget that. Forget that number. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot again to fix that countdown. I fixed it for the last video that I filmed. Anyways, bye.